Good Friday morning. We are tracking a major tornado outbreak overnight.
With even more severe weather on the way. It is April 24th. This is Today. Breaking overnight, path of destruction.
Look at this. Look at this.
Wow. A string of large twisters tearing through the Midwest and parts of the South.
There are homes completely gone. Oh my gosh.
This morning, crews still pulling people from the rubble. A major Air Force base forced to close. We're live on the scene, and Al's tracking the ongoing storm threat set to last through the weekend. Push for patience. President Trump now saying he won't rush into an agreement to end the war with Iran.
And we have plenty of time, and I want to get a great deal.
The next round of talks still very much up in the air. While here at home, the fallout grows. Gas prices on the rise once again. We're live in the region and at the White House. Bad bet? A U.S. Special Forces soldier who took part in the capture of Venezuela's leader now accused of gambling on that operation, allegedly using confidential information to win nearly $500,000. We'll have the very latest. About face, Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel speaking out, addressing the growing scandal surrounding his relationship with a top NFL reporter, as newly surfaced photos show them allegedly kissing 6 years ago.
My previous actions don't meet the standard that I hold myself to.
What he's now saying, and the response from his team and the league. Those stories, plus bare necessities.
You're making a lot of noise, and you're making a mess.
Encounters and sightings on the rise across the country, some even getting inside homes. Just ahead, why this year's spring surge seems to be even bigger. And draft party.
Pittsburgh, make some noise!
Hundreds of thousands of fans stepping out for the start of the NFL draft.
The Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana.
Opening night, packed with excitement and emotion, major trades and surprises.
If I can do it, you can do it.
We've got all the highlights with even more dreams set to come true today, Friday, April 24th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a good Friday morning to you. Welcome to Today. Thank you so much for starting your Friday with us. Thank you for starting your weekend with us. Laura Jarrett in for Savannah, who's getting a jump start on the weekend. They were partying in Pittsburgh last night.
300,000 of them partying. And can I just say, I know Fernando Mendoza is good at football and all, but watching how he has honored his mom through her MS is the real inspiration for me.
Yes. We're going to spend some more time talking about the draft, talking about the #1 pick as well, coming up in just a few minutes. But first, our top story, that severe weather outbreak overnight.
Yeah, nearly 20 reports of tornadoes across the Midwest and southern plains. One monster twister tearing through parts of Oklahoma, leaving a path of destruction, injuries, damaged homes, power outages, all in its wake.
And the risk for more dangerous storms will continue through the next few days as well, impacting the weekend plans for millions. Al's going to give us that forecast in just a moment, but we'll start with NBC's Ryan Chandler, who has made his way to Enid, Oklahoma overnight. Ryan, good morning.
Well, Craig, we are anxiously awaiting daylight here in Enid to fully grasp the destruction, but you can tell this was a monster tornado that swept through this city just as people were settling down for bed. First responders still searching locations to make sure everybody is okay as people only begin to recover. Overnight, fierce twisters touching down. Over a dozen reported in multiple states, including here in Oklahoma. The tornado ripping through the town of Enid.
Dude, look at this. Look at this.
Video showing the winds and an ominous cloud over the community, engulfing the sky. And dramatic scenes at Vance Air Force Base, where local officials say they're still assessing the damage. The weather leaving destruction throughout the area, completely flattening some homes.
There are homes completely gone. Oh my gosh.
At least 10 injured, and first responders say they pulled several people from homes.
and digging people out. We're going to need some help down here.
The severe storm system even seen from the sky. Video from a plane showing lightning exploding over Oklahoma and bringing suspected twisters to other states.
Yo, we got a tornado.
Along with hail and rain. There's also wild weather in the southeast. Dangerous drought conditions fueling at least 8 major wildfires across several states.
My house is gone.
In Georgia, a fire in Brantley County has been escalating, with strong winds expanding the fire and pushing it in new directions.
It's been a constant battle with winds.
Back in Enid, Oklahoma, the Red Cross is moving in to help residents as the area recovers from tornado destruction. And guys, you really get a sense of the power of this storm that swept through. This foundation may have been a house, may have been a workspace. You really can't tell. It's laid bare by a mountain of debris as everybody just prays and hopes that everybody is okay with no fatalities yet reported. Craig.
All right. That one silver lining there. Ryan Chandler there in Enid, Oklahoma. Ryan, thank you.
Mr. Roker is standing by with more on the tornadoes and the fire danger of what's to come. Al, what are you tracking?
Yeah, well, right now, guys, we've got another line of severe thunderstorms developing. St. Louis just moved past Kansas City. You can see now that we are already looking at more dangerous weather. 13 million people at risk today. Tornadoes possible. Hot Springs, Alexandria, Jackson, Mississippi. Now we move on into tomorrow. Look at this. Oklahoma City, Enid, again, in that enhanced risk area. 7 million people, tornadoes, wind gusts, and damaging hail. On Sunday, late Sunday, from Kansas City, Dodge City, we're looking at that enhanced risk of tornadoes. Some of these could be EF2 or greater, wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. And then Monday, this area really expands, moves to the east and to the north. Chicago just outside that risk area, 32 million people of the enhanced risk, but still within that risk area, all the way down to Memphis, St. Louis as well, Springfield. Again, dangerous tornadoes. We will be watching this. Rainfall amounts, the heaviest rain going to be down through the mid-Mississippi and lower Mississippi River valleys. Guy?
All right, Al, we'll come back to you in just a few moments. Thank you. Another major story that we're following, the push for peace in the Middle East. President Trump announcing a new ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon while saying he will not be rushed into a deal with Iran. We've got it all covered this morning from the region to Washington. We'll start with NBC's Molly Hunter. She is in Tel Aviv. Molly, good morning.
Craig, good morning to you. That's right. He will not be rushed, but the rhetoric overnight is heating up. Both the U.S. and Iran pointing the finger, taunting, threatening the other side. Both sides also say they are ready. They are capable of restarting full-on war if necessary. But at this hour, the tenuous ceasefire holds, and neither side is budging an inch.
This morning, President Trump defiant, rejecting claims he's under any time pressure to end the war with Iran.
I don't want to rush it. I want to take my time. We have plenty of time, and I want to get a great deal.
Also asked if Americans can expect gas prices to stay up.
For a little while. And you know what they get for that? You know what they get for that? Iran without a nuclear weapon.
The president comparing the war to past, drawn-out American conflicts.
So we were in Vietnam like for 18 years. We were in Iraq for many, many years. I don't like to say World War II because that was a biggie, but we were 4.5, almost 5 years. I've been doing this for 6 weeks.
As the U.S. waits for negotiations, neither side is eager to return to all-out war, but neither is agreeing to the other's demands. Trump also blamed Iran's lack of leadership for the continued standoff.
They don't even know who's leading the country.
But overnight, Iran's new supreme leader dismissing the enemy's media operations aimed at undermining unity and national security. The New York Times reporting, citing former and current Iranian officials, that the supreme leader was gravely wounded in the same strike that killed his father, awaiting a prosthetic leg and relying on couriers to pass on handwritten messages. Meanwhile, America's partner in the Middle East, Israel, saying it's just waiting for the green light from the U.S. to launch new attacks against Iran. And as of now, the U.S. still seemingly pushing for talks. And yesterday, the president focusing on the wider regional conflict, announcing an extension of the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, though the rockets and airstrikes haven't stopped. This morning, the White House juggling two ceasefires, both on the edge.
Now, for the first time in decades, CENTCOM says there are 3 U.S. aircraft carriers operating in the Middle East at the same time. Iran, of course, watching this buildup very closely. And overnight, the deputy president saying if the enemy makes one wrong move, it is, quote, an eye for an eye. Craig?
Molly Hunter for us there in Tel Aviv. Molly, thank you. Let's bring in Kristen Walker now, moderator of Meet the Press. Kristen, good Friday morning to you. Let's start with the war, Kristen. Let's talk about the impact so far economically and politically. What are you seeing?
Well, Craig, the president is facing some of his lowest approval ratings, with many voters giving him low marks on his handling of the war and the economy. First, let's talk about the war. As you just heard there is an immense amount of uncertainty about how and when it's going to end. And look, Republicans I've been speaking to say if President Trump can't end this war and bring down gas prices by midsummer, it's going to significantly impact their chances in the midterms. Now, check this out. This new poll by CNBC, 80% of people, Craig and Laura, saying that they've actually changed their spending habits in response to higher gas prices, now over $4 a gallon. And 50% believe high gas prices could last 6 months or longer. It comes as economists are warning that even if the war were to end tomorrow, it could take months to get the energy infrastructure back on track and actually reduce prices here at home. Craig and Laura.
Kristen, what about the fallout on Capitol Hill? Any sense that the public sentiment would influence them to intervene in any way?
Well, look, it could. And what's notable is the timeline here, Laura. We are approaching the 60-day mark in the war with Iran. Why is that significant? Well, because by law, the president has to seek congressional approval if he wants to extend military action past 60 days. Now, there's a big debate right now brewing on Capitol Hill, a group of Republican senators saying Congress has to vote to authorize the war if the president doesn't end it soon. But it's not clear that Republican leadership will bring a vote to the floor on that. There have been about 5 attempts by Democrats to stop military action against Iran, but those have failed. They've been blocked by Republicans, and all adding to the uncertainty about how long this war may last, Laura and Craig.
Hey, Kristen, really quickly here, you were with 2 prominent lawmakers yesterday as part of NBC News' Common Ground Initiative. Lawmakers from different sides of the aisle, we should point out. What was your takeaway from that discussion?
Well, Craig, this was a really exciting night here in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. NBC News kicking off its first Common Ground Forum. We brought together lawmakers from different parties, as you say, athletes from different sports, even astronauts, to discuss how to find common ground solutions when the nation is divided. I had the opportunity to interview Republican Senator Katie Britt of Alabama, Democratic Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania. They have teamed up. They've co-sponsored legislation to try to make social media use by children and teenagers safer. Britt saying they did this together not just as senators, but as parents. Fetterman spoke in deeply personal terms about how social media has contributed in the past to his mental health struggles. It was really an extraordinary event, with Fetterman saying they're able to get things done in Congress, he believes, because he and Senator Britt have a real personal bond. So some really fascinating conversations there, Craig and Laura.
Well, we are proud of the initiative. Kristen Walker. Kristen, thank you so much. And of course, Kristen will have much more this weekend, because if it's Sunday, it's Meet the Press.
Also this morning, a member of the U.S. Special Forces involved in January's raid to capture Venezuela's leader has been arrested for allegedly betting on that operation. Prosecutors saying he made nearly $500,000 from his wagers. NBC's senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez has that story for us. Gabe, good morning.
Laura, good morning. It's a stunning allegation, underscoring concerns over insider trading on these rapidly growing prediction market platforms that have become so popular. President Trump saying the world has become somewhat of a casino.
This morning, an American Special Forces soldier involved in the dramatic raid to capture Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro is under arrest. Federal prosecutors say Gannon Ken Van Dyke participated in the raid's planning and execution. At the time, his unit earning praise from President Trump.
These highly trained warriors operating in collaboration with U.S. law enforcement.
Now, the Justice Department is charging Van Dyke with using classified information to place multiple wagers worth about $33,000, including bets on whether or not Maduro would be removed from office. Prosecutors say Van Dyke withdrew his winnings from his Polymarket account the day of the operation He's also charged with wire fraud and theft of non-public government information. Polymarket says it referred the matter to the DOJ and cooperated with its investigation, adding that insider trading has no place on Polymarket. The president was asked about the case.
It's a little like Pete Rose. Pete Rose, they kept him out of the Hall of Fame because he bet on his own team. Now, if he bet against his team, that would be no good, but he bet on his own team. I'll look into it.
The president also responding to a broader question about prediction markets and bets on the Iran war.
Well, you know, the whole world, unfortunately, has become somewhat of a casino. I'm not happy with any of that stuff.
Federal regulators say they plan to hit Van Dyke with civil charges. We reached out to the Army and Van Dyke overnight, but did not get a response from either. Meanwhile, at least 2 Republican members of Congress say he should be pardoned unless the DOJ plans to go after politicians who engage in insider trading. Laura?
Gabe Gutierrez, thank you.
We switch gears now, turn to the NFL draft. It got underway last night, and no surprise, the Las Vegas Raiders snagging star quarterback Fernando Mendoza with their first pick, but the rest of the night was filled with surprises. NBC's Kaylee Hartung had our preview yesterday. She's back this morning with some round 1 highlights. Hey, Kaylee.
Hey there, guys. So Pittsburgh is playing host to the yearly celebration of future NFL stars, but draft parties were held coast to coast with players and excited fans cheering on the 32 young men who became first-round picks.
The Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana.
After months of anticipation, the silver and black making it official.
Touchdown!
Drafting Heisman winner Fernando Mendoza #1 overall.
Look forward to proving and earning it every single day.
The star quarterback celebrating at home in Miami with his tight-knit family, in large part to make it easier for his mom, Elsa, who lives with MS, to be by her son's side on his life-changing night. Mendoza quickly updating his LinkedIn profile to include his new job.
Raiders! Silver and black, excited to get to work. Let's go.
Just days after leading Indiana to its first national championship, Mendoza stopped by Studio 1A and met Carson, our resident Raider fan.
Should that be the place you land, we're going to take care of you.
Yeah, the Raiders have a great culture, great coaching staff, great ownership group. It's all around.
Over 300,000 fans packing downtown Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, make some noise!
The night getting off to a fast and furious start. From the newest NFL players walking the tunnel in their finest suits, to bear hugs on stage and in their living rooms. Emotions running high. A wild celebration at Jeremiah Love's High School when the Cardinals made the Notre Dame running back the #3 pick.
That for the first surprise of the night. Wow.
After the Titans selected Carnell Tate with the 4th pick, he honored his late mother, Ashley, who died in a drive-by shooting at just 40 years old.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. She sacrificed everything for me.
Jordan Tyson, who had an injury-riddled college career, composing himself on his way to receive his new Saints jersey.
You have to persevere. Life is not easy. Keep going, boy. You got it.
The NFL welcoming 32 rookies and inspiring future generations to follow in their footsteps.
If I can do it, you can do it. Simple as that.
So the Raiders' last Super Bowl appearance was back in 2003. The same year Fernando Mendoza was born, guys. Wow. So it really is a new era in Las Vegas.
It was also, you made a good point during the story there. It was shorter this year, the time between picks.
It used to be 10 minutes between picks. Now the clock down to 8 minutes. Thought it made for a much more enjoyable viewing experience for those of us watching at home.
It's still remarkable to see hundreds of thousands of people watching the draft.
Beyond,
awesome.
Beyond. I worked the draft in Detroit. To stand on that stage and see a sea of people farther than I could see the end of it, it's pretty magical. And to think about those kids up on that stage and looking out at their future, they're
gonna remember that.
That's what it's all about.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Thank you, Kaylee. How about another check of the forecast, Mr. Roker?
All right, guys. Good morning. Again, those severe storms developing today. Sunny skies up and down the eastern seaboard. Some chilly conditions out west. We're going to get to that coming up in the next half hour. But we're going to get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
We're back, 7:30, as we give a little Friday morning camera time to all those smiling folks out on the plaza. We're going to step outside, say hello face to face in our next hour. That's a good crowd, Carson Daly.
Great crowd. They're fired up on a Friday. We'll have to maybe go around the horn or something for Uncle Al.
You did last
I did that
week.
last time,
It was
yeah.
a strong showing.
Yeah,
Let's see
thank
what you can do.
We'll
You
see.
have a busy half hour ahead, though, starting with the growing scandal that is rocking the NFL.
Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel speaking out now ahead of the draft yesterday amid the scandal involving former athletic reporter Diana Rossini.
NBC's Sam Brock is in Pittsburgh, where, of course, the NFL draft is taking place. Sam, good morning.
Guys, good morning. In the middle of the NFL draft, certainly one of the biggest dates on the NFL calendar, Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots are the talk of the league. Now, guys, when the story first broke, Vrabel described those initial photos as innocent interactions. He said that assuming anything else would be, quote, laughable. But after this latest batch of photos, he's singing a different tune as the Patriots are standing by their coach.
Just hours before the NFL draft kicked off, new bombshell photos emerging. One showing Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel and former Athletic NFL reporter Diana Rossini allegedly kissing at a New York bar in 2020, according to the New York Post. Another, published by TMZ Sports, is said to show the pair at a Mississippi casino in early 2024.
My priorities are my family and this football team, and in that order.
Vrabel announcing on Thursday he's focusing on his family and seeking counseling, according to ESPN.
I understand that there are questions, but I take accountability for my actions and the actions that caused a distraction to the people that I care most about.
Just weeks earlier, Vrabel saying photos published by the Post showed an innocent interaction, and any suggestion otherwise was, quote, laughable. Now the embattled head coach pulling a complete 180.
My previous actions don't meet the standard that I hold myself to. They don't.
Vrabel did not respond to questions about any of the photos or confirm their authenticity. It comes after Rossini resigned from her job at The Athletic last week amidst an internal investigation citing the media frenzy for her decision. Rossini has since deleted her X account and was not immediately available for comment. Both Vrabel and Rossini are married to other people.
Can I borrow your whistle?
No.
Please?
50 seconds. No.
As the controversy grows, the Patriots standing by their head coach, saying in a statement they support his decision to put his family first. The NFL is not investigating the matter.
It is a major distraction for the Patriots.
And NBC Sports' Mike Florio says the scandal is likely not going away.
It started as one thing, and it has grown into something that I don't think anyone could have expected.
Wow, Sam. All right. Well, given the new photos, where do you think things go from here? It's a pretty sticky situation.
Yeah. Definitely a sticky situation. That's the question right now. Carson Vrabel said he's going to be participating in counseling starting on Saturday, but didn't specify how much longer beyond that. Here's the thing. He is participating in rounds 1 through 3 of the draft. He's taking off rounds 4 through 7. Now, the Patriots VP of player personnel did tell reporters that his expertise, Vrabel's expertise, will be very much missed, but he is, quote, going to be in contact if necessary throughout this draft process. Back to you guys.
All right. Something tells me we're not done with this story. Sam in Pittsburgh for us. Thank you.
Sticky situation, putting it mildly.
Yeah, well, I mean, these pictures, reemerged after 6 years during COVID. It's like, what else is out there?
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right, still to come here. New honors for 2 of this year's most talked about shows, The Pit and, of course, Heated Rivalry. We're going to tell you about the big awards they just picked up.
First, bears. Sightings and encounters in backyards and homes on the coast. They're on the rise from coast to coast, I should say. Emily Aketta's got that one for us. Hey, Em.
Yeah, hey there. Good morning to you. You've probably seen the videos. Bears crossing paths with hikers, venturing into neighborhoods, even onto front porches. Coming up, what officials want you to know about the 600-pound mammal as it emerges from hibernation. Stay with us.
We are back at 7:38 now. This morning on In Depth today, the springtime bear surge.
All right, a number of states are now reporting a major increase in sightings. They're on trails and parking lots, in neighborhoods even.
NBC's Emily Aketta has done the deep dive. Good morning to you, Emily.
Hey, guys. Good morning to you. Remember, black bears are opportunistic. So as these 600-pound mammals are waking up from months without food, they're turning to easy meals, trash, pet food, birdseed, even going inside homes. It's why officials say residents need to be on alert for these bears that in some areas are getting more brazen.
This spring, one of nature's top predators getting a little too close for comfort across the country.
You're making a lot of noise and you're making a mess.
Some getting stuck in storm drains, others even venturing inside homes as they emerge from hibernation hungry.
Things nobody warns you of when you move to Connecticut, that you have bears in your yard 24/7.
Black bears this year have already been spotted in nearly every town in Connecticut. In newly released video, this one wearing a collar camera, making off with an open bag of Doritos on a back porch.
When bears become too used to human food, they can lose their natural fear of people, and that can lead to exceedingly dangerous encounters.
Connecticut officials reporting a 700% increase in human-bear conflicts over the past decade, noting their range is expanding. Tom Lagasse snapped these photos of his yard.
Is that something you ever thought you'd have to worry about, a bear breaking into your home?
No. Not at all. We'd always leave the French doors open. It helps create some breeze. If we're not sitting in that room, we shut them.
Our own Al Roker capturing a close encounter through his bird feeder camera.
Bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes.
Authorities this week finding it a little more difficult to get a bear down from a tree after it wandered into a residential neighborhood near Albany, New York.
Oh, there we go. Wow. Ready to go.
Eventually tranquilizing it in order to safely return the mammal to the wild.
People are developing areas, and those areas are going into bear habitats.
Ron McGill works at Zoo Miami.
Why are we seeing this spike right now?
Bears are coming out of hibernation early. They're hungry. We've also had problems around the country with drought. So there hasn't been the abundance of food.
And the sightings go beyond the Northeast. Colorado officials this week warning bear activity is increasing, citing trash as the #1 source of conflict. And the National Park Service just closed parts of trails in the famed Smoky Mountains to monitor bear activity, following several close calls. What should you keep in mind about the massive mammal? Experts say secure your trash with locks, feed pets indoors, clean grills after use, and consider taking down your bird feeder while bears are active.
If you see a bear, the best thing to do is just put your arms up, make yourself look as large as possible, speak firmly, and slowly back up. Never turn your back and run.
Okay, those are obviously good tips, but aside from not setting out food and obvious things like that, any other things homeowners should keep in mind?
Well, I think it's important to keep in mind, to state the obvious perhaps, you never want to intentionally feed bears. It's actually outlawed in a number of states. You could get fines, you could even get prison time if you do that. If you're going on a hike in an area with a lot of active bears, you want to wear those bear bells or bear spray, and then, God forbid,
a bear bell?
Bear bells.
Yeah, let them know you're coming.
Like,
yeah.
Exactly. You want to give them a heads up. You never want to spook a bear, and then if you get into, God forbid, a skirmish with a bear, maybe you've heard the saying, if it's brown, lay down, black, fight back.
Is
the
that
difference
a thing?
between
Is that real?
grizzlies, yes, there's a difference in how you handle grizzlies versus black bears. But many black bears are actually a cinnamon brown color, so you better know to look for the hump. I can give you all sorts of bear facts.
Wow.
You really did do the deep
levels
dive.
to this.
Yeah. There's levels to this, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Emily, thank you for that. You know who recently had a bear sighting on his property?
His video was in that story.
Uncle Al.
Yes, we did. Here's a little fun fact for you. You know, bears aren't actually going for the honey like Winnie the Pooh. They're going for the bee larvae and all the pollen. That's much more high energy for them. So there you go. So that's right.
Fun fact.
Oh, bother.
I don't know about the fun part about it.
Well, that is fun. It's not fun if you're a honey, if you're a bee, but otherwise it's a lot of fun. Anyway, let's show you what we've got going on right now. Low pressure on both ends of the country. We're talking about above average highs in between, and that's good news for Indianapolis. You're going to be near 80 today. Raleigh 88, Dallas near 90. Billings, Montana, though, cooler than average. And then as we go on into tomorrow, cool in Portland, Philadelphia, cooler than average. Cincinnati, you're looking warm, 78 in St. Louis. Oklahoma City, 84 degrees. We move up into the weekend and into early next week. Temperatures a little more mild for Chicago, upper 60s, low 70s. New York, we stay cool into the 60s. Knoxville, Tennessee, we'll see temperatures upper 70s to the low 80s into next week. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. That's your latest weather. Hashtag PSSP.
All right, we got a good one for you guys because the winner of this year's Peabody Awards were just revealed, honoring some of the entertainment industry's most impactful stories. There were a total of 34 winners chosen, including one of our now all-time favorites, paging Dr. Robbie. Roll the clip.
You're a very empathetic soul, but this is the ED. It's not for the faint of heart.
What do you need to get some basic empathy back?
George, clear. We all need help from time to time. Even an occasional miracle.
How about that? There's not an award they haven't won.
No.
Until this point,
They might win a Moon Man for the MTV VMAs
There you
at this
go.
point. The Pit scored that Peabody. Some other big shows that earned the prestigious award, they include the steamy hockey romance Heated Rivalry and Apple TV's hit sci-fi series Pluribus.
That is
And in the world of live television, our buddy Jimmy Kimmel was among the winners. Congrats to him being recognized for his long-standing late-night show.
Very nice.
That's your Pop Start sneak peek and more to come.
All right, more Pop Start. Also, great morning boost that you need to see before you start your Friday. We'll do that right after this. We are back now, coming up on 7:50 with your morning boost, and this one's something you really got to see to believe. All right, check this out. Look at these parents discovering their little one has a surprising hidden talent. He's a Jenga prodigy. Mom and dad setting up the toy tower in front of the toddler, where he expertly pulled out multiple pieces without any adult help, without knocking anything over. If you look closely there, he even goes for that tricky side piece there. He's going to get that tricky
middle ones before you get to the end ones.
Yeah.
Got the tricky side piece.
Impressive.
Look
That
at
is
them.
good.
It's the confidence that he's going in with.
Yeah, maybe
you
he'll
know?
be a surgeon. How do you think this plays out for this young
Look at the mom's face, by the way. The mom's face says it all. Well done, young man.
That's cute.
I love Jenga.
Well
to work that into the Friday night plan now,
There you
guys.
go.
Still ahead, we got New Music Friday. Got several selections for you, including an absolute monster hit in the making from two of the biggest names in country music. Well, you want some hints?
Yes.
Yeah.
Initials, MW and EL. Think about that. But first, your local news and weather.
Yeah. It's 8 o'clock on today. Coming up, breaking overnight. A string of tornadoes tearing through the Midwest and parts of the South, leaving a path of destruction in its wake.
There are homes completely gone. Oh my gosh.
The storm threat set to last through the weekend. Al's got your full forecast. Then, freshen up. Just ahead, the best ways to stretch your grocery budget and save some big bucks. Vicki Wynn's got all the easy tips and tricks to keep the food in your kitchen fresher for longer. And the stars are out. Iowa Debris and Don Cheadle live in Studio 1A.
In order for your friends to take you out, you generally have to have friends. It's funny how that works.
You have friends.
Our friends here to tell us about their Broadway debut. All that, plus big stars dropping new music. Shrek returns to the swamp. No! And Melissa McCarthy lays down the law.
I just need a moment of your time.
Okay, hon, you are barking up the absolute right tree.
Today, Friday, April 24th, 2026.
Visiting the Today Show from Portsmouth, Rhode Island, Nashville, Tennessee,
Little Rock, Arkansas,
and Alpine, Minnesota.
On a mother-daughter's trip from Alabama.
On Abby's 10th birthday trip. Sisters trip. We love you, Oma. Hi, Rock kids.
back in Iowa.
It's our first time in New York. Hey, Craig and Laura. Today on training night.
Well, happy 9th birthday to you. Hello, hello. Can't wait to get outside and say hello to all of those folks who've decided to start their weekend on the plaza here in New York City at the Today Show. Thank you as well at home for starting your Friday with us. Laura Jarrett and for Savannah, always good to have you.
Always nice to be with you, Craig.
It is a busy Friday morning, so let's get right to your news at 8. We're going to begin with that major tornado outbreak. Severe storms tearing through the Midwest and the southern plains, leaving a trail of destruction. NBC's Ryan Chandler is in Enid, Oklahoma. This is north central Oklahoma for us this morning. Ryan, good morning.
Well, Craig, good morning. I'll be honest, my jaw dropped when the sun rose this morning. This is the first light that we're getting across this field of destruction here, and you can really get a sense of the magnitude of this monster tornado that swept in just as people were getting ready to go to bed in their homes last night. Look at the bare foundations just ripped of everything that was on them. We don't know if these were houses, maybe they were workspaces. You just cannot tell. Everywhere there's rebar and 2x4s split in half like sticks. This was a very, very powerful storm. Fortunately, Craig, there have not been any fatalities reported here in Enid yet. We know that 10 people were injured, but it is a lot of optimism coming from emergency managers and leaders here this morning. We'll be speaking with people who were affected as first responders continue to search all of these impacted homes to make sure nobody was left behind. We'll be speaking with the Red Cross later as well to see how they're coming in to help anybody who needs it here in Enid as we just begin a massive recovery effort.
Yeah,
Right.
oh gosh, and as the sun comes up there, you can really see the damage behind you. Ryan, thank you. Let's bring in Al now for a look at what's coming today, what's coming this weekend as well.
Yeah, this is a multi-day risk, guys. Good morning, and good morning to you as well. You can see a line of heavy thunderstorms now moving into St. Louis. We're probably going to be looking at some airport delays there. 13 million people at risk from Memphis, Alexandria, down into Houston, Dallas as well. Wind gusts, tornadoes possible. We move into tomorrow. Again, unfortunately, Enid in that enhanced risk area, 7 million people. We're talking wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour, isolated tornadoes as well. Then late on Sunday from Dodge City to Kansas City, the greatest risk for severe weather. But it also stretches all the way to north of Dallas, up to Omaha, out to Kansas City as well. And then Monday, we're most worried about this because there are 32 million people at risk, and we could be looking at another tornado outbreak itself just to the west of Chicago, Davenport, St. Louis, Memphis as well. Wind gusts of up to 75 miles per hour, and there could be flooding in the lower Mississippi River Valley late tonight on in through the weekend, with rainfall rates at some points, guys, up to 1 to 2 inches per hour.
Thanks. All right.
All right, Al, thank you for that. Preliminary findings from the NTSB are now providing new insight into last month's deadly crash at New York's LaGuardia Airport when an incoming Air Canada flight collided with that fire truck on the runway. NBC's Stephanie Goss joins us with the new details now. Steph, good morning.
Good morning, Laura. In this report, the NTSB describes a string of communication failures, multiple moments when someone, an air traffic controller or fire truck operator, could have realized there would be a collision. But it was just before midnight in bad weather, and by the time they realized what was happening, it was too late.
New details this morning into that deadly runway collision at New York's LaGuardia Airport, with NTSB investigators in a preliminary report citing breakdowns in communication and a failure with a key warning system before an Air Canada flight smashed into a fire truck, killing both pilots and seriously injuring 6 others. The first deadly accident at the airport in over 30 years.
Was it avoidable? This accident was imminently avoidable.
According to the NTSB's report, the ASDX warning system that detects potential collisions on the runway did not identify multiple emergency vehicles on the ground that night because they were not equipped with transponders.
Truck 1 company, cross 4 Delta.
The tower gave the trucks permission to cross the runway, and then seconds later...
Stop.
The report says the fire truck operator did not know who that transmission was intended for at first. There were also warning lights on the tarmac that a plane was landing that may have been missed or ignored. Both the Air Canada pilot and the fireman tried in the last few seconds to avoid each other, but it was too late. The report also says there were 2 controllers in the tower just starting the graveyard shift, which was consistent with the schedule. One of them was dealing with another incident at the airport.
It kind of overloaded the controllers, and that's yet another opportunity where this could have been prevented.
After the crash, an air traffic controller said this to the pilot of another flight.
We were dealing with an emergency earlier.
No, man, you did the best you could.
Among the questions left unanswered, whether protocols for control tower staffing on the graveyard shift should be reviewed. As for those transponders, the FAA recommended every emergency vehicle have one last year, but it was just that guy's recommendation.
All right, Steph, thank you. Appreciate it.
And we turn to some alarming health news now. Deaths from rectal cancer are rising rapidly among younger adults especially. A new study says the rate of rectal cancer is increasing more than 2 to 3 times compared to colon cancer. If the trend continues, rectal cancer deaths will exceed the number of colon cancer deaths in people under age 50 by 2035. As to why, doctors say there's no single answer just yet. Scientists are working to find some common links among younger adults who develop rectal cancer as they reach their 30s and 40s.
Well, if you are in the market for a new house and your budget is a couple $100 million, we got the perfect house for you. Take a look at this. This home is in Key Biscayne, not far from downtown Miami. And if it looks familiar, that's because it's the home where parts of the classic movie Scarface were filmed. It also appeared in the opening credits of Miami Vice. The price tag, a cool $237 million. The 13,000 square foot mansion also comes with its own helipad, because of course it does. One more fun fact on the property: before the house was built, it was part of President Nixon's winter White House in the 1970s. So if it's good enough for Al Pacino and Richard Nixon, you have your second home.
Well, Carson's looking for a place down south.
Not that kind of place.
It's seen some things.
I can't even afford the boathouse. Guys, coming up, Law & Order SVU. Obviously, it's known for its twists. Man, they pulled one last night. We're going to take you inside Melissa McCarthy's surprise appearance on the show.
But first, Vicky Wynn is checking out the secrets to saving money on your groceries after you shop.
Hey, good morning, guys. With grocery prices still sky high, we're going to show you the best ways to make sure your food lasts a lot longer. And you know where you store it in your fridge can actually have a huge impact. Plus, we can tell you what foods you should never store together. That's all next, right here on Today.
Baby. We're back, 8:13 now. We're back with our new series, Today's Best Ways.
Yeah, this morning's focus, simple tricks for keeping your food fresher longer, which can save you a lot of money on groceries.
NBC's chief consumer investigative correspondent Vicky Wynn is here with everything you need to know. Hey, Vic.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Friday. With prices on staples like beef, sugar, and cheese still rising, a lot of families are desperate for ways to trim their grocery bills. But a lot of that food that we buy, it actually ends up being thrown away because of spoilage. Well, now we have the expert strategies for keeping your food fresh to save you a bundle.
It's the bitter truth of groceries. Prices are still sky high, yet the average household throws away more than 100 pounds of spoiled food every year. That's nearly $3,000 in groceries.
Food waste is very costly. Grocery prices are up. What can we do to make sure we're maximizing our groceries?
So one of the easiest things you can do is just use your refrigerator the right way.
Consumer Reports deputy home editor Paul Hope says you can keep food fresher longer. First, know where in your fridge to store it. Start at the bottom shelf where the temperatures are actually the coldest. He says that's where milk, eggs, fresh meat, and poultry should go.
They can withstand really low fridge temps, and it'll actually help them stay fresh longer.
The middle shelf has medium temps, good for extending the life of items like fruit. The warmest spots in the fridge, the top shelf and door pockets, best for stable items like butter, condiments, peanut butter, jelly, and even yogurt.
Yogurt is fermented, so it's actually safer at a slightly warmer temperature than things like eggs or milk.
But what about those special drawers? Hope says the deli bin is great for sandwich meat, bacon, and cheese because it stays cooler. The crisper bin is best for produce, like leafy greens, because it can be set to high humidity, which prolongs their freshness. But
fruits and veggies should typically be stored separately from one another. A lot of fruits produce ethylene gas, which can actually make leafy greens in particular go bad faster.
Oh, okay, so don't put the fruits and vegetables all together.
No, typically don't mix those.
And don't rinse your produce before storing it. Hope says that can actually accelerate spoilage.
When you store them wet, they're going to have that moisture trapped against them. That causes them to go bad prematurely. It can also cause them to freeze because you're adding that excess water.
Strawberries last longer if you remove the stems and store them in a towel-lined, sealed container. And when it comes to bread, bananas, whole tomatoes, and coffee, Hope says they stay fresher out of the fridge.
I thought your coffee would stay fresher in the fridge. You say that is a myth.
It's a total myth. Inside the fridge, it's going to be able to absorb all those odors and flavors from everything else that's stored in the fridge, too. It's not something you want when you actually go to brew it.
He says keep your potatoes in a dark drawer.
and away from garlic and onions.
If you've ever gotten those green shoots start to grow out of your onions or those little eyes that grow out of potatoes, they're going bad prematurely, in many cases because they're being stored too close to one another.
But what about those sell-by and use-by dates? Surveys show more than 80% of Americans throw out perfectly safe food because they misunderstand those labels.
What should you do when it comes to this date? How quickly should you consume it?
You want to try to have things within a few days of a sell-by date typically, but there's no hard and fast rule. Go ahead and smell it. You know, there's actually some validity to the smell test. Many foods will stay fresh or good long after a sell-by date, or in some cases even a use-by date.
He says to extend the freshness of risky foods like ground beef, cook it first.
If you cook ground beef or other foods like that, you'll buy yourself another few days after the use-by date once you've cooked it.
And if you don't cook it, freeze it.
Absolutely.
Easy ways to stretch the life of your food and the money in your wallet.
Listen, a lot of minds blown on this couch today. Other foods you can actually put in the freezer to keep them fresh: butter, hard cheeses, and coffee. Just coffee, not in the fridge. Freezing is fine. Freezing your bread and bagels also, by the way, will lower their glycemic index. So that means when you toast them, they're actually healthier because they don't spike your blood sugar as much. They say this about rice as well. So learned a lot from
You do a lot of good work, but let me just say, I learned more from that than anything I've seen in months.
The food segregation alone.
Yes.
Listen, I know.
The fruits
Who
and
knew?
vegetables,
Fruits
I
and
didn't
vegetables don't play.
It makes
Onions
sense.
and potatoes, from the dawn of time, I always threw them in the same drawer.
Yeah,
but apparently that's why my potatoes keep getting eyes. So there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vic.
Thank you, Vic.
You bet.
Mr. Roker, did you know all of those fun facts?
He probably did.
Mind blown about food segregation. Best time of the morning, Pop Start.
All right, guys, we're going to get to Pop Start, and you know what it is? It's New Music Friday.
Let's go.
I'm going to make an open for New Music Friday.
Yeah.
We kick it off here with Noah Kahan, the new album. It's awesome. It's called The Great Divide. Just came out overnight. It's his first in 4 years. I got a snippet for you of one of the new tracks. This is called Doors.
Put money on red, we'll show up at Illusion Street. I'll keep showing you doors.
I mean, there's a lot of pressure for an artist who has a good freshman effort to come out with something to back it up, and I know that can bring some anxiety, but no, he did a great job.
Listen on the right end. His fourth album, by the way.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You turned me on to it this week. You were the one that was.
They sent me an early copy, and I think it's great. Great artist. All right, next on, you want to pump that one?
Yeah.
All right, next up, New Music Friday. Niall Horan. We can't wait until he hits our city concert stage on the Plaza this summer. Hopefully, he brings along his new single. It's out this morning called Little More Time.
Just a little more time, just a little more time. One more drink on a bottle of wine. Just a little more time, just a little more time.
So we're going back to kind of like a 70s singer-songwriter era from some of these male pop artists. Niall revealed on social media that that's one of his favorite songs from his upcoming album, Dinner Party. We're going to pump that one up.
Yep.
Also, of course, we're looking forward to seeing him here as well. All right, next up, I teased it before. We've got Ella Langley and Morgan Wallen. Their duet officially out, teaming up for I Don't Love You Anymore.
Hey, that kiss left burn on my lips. Oh, baby, how do I tell my heart it ain't yours when I said it before? I can't love you anymore.
Well, that's going to be a big one there. Those two are about as big as you get in country music. Next up, we'll switch gears, get out of music, and go to movies. Shrek. Ooh. Get ready to return to the swamp. The funny fairy tale headed back to the theater, celebrating its 25th anniversary, and a special anniversary trailer is out, and it's a real blast from the past.
Ooh, you definitely need some Tic Tacs or something, because your breath stinks. And I saw her face.
What kind of night are you?
One of a kind. This is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Shrek is back, and Al knows every word of the movie. It's in theaters on May 15th. All right, next up, Scarlett Johansson. This is one of her 2000 hits. It's getting the reboot treatment. Take a look.
That's dried. I like fresh.
Well, you know what? Dried's all we got, okay, kiddo?
I hate Taki Jack. I want sushi.
Well, then tell your mother you want to learn Japanese.
All right, there's ScarJo in The Nanny Diaries, based on the best-selling book about a college grad turned New York City au pair who meets her breaking point with one tricky family. Nearly 20 years later, Johansson revisiting that story, set to produce a show for Netflix based on Nanny. We'll keep our eye out for that project.
Cool.
That's why we don't have her around here as much hosting anymore, because turns out she's quite the actress.
Producer. Yes.
Yeah, I'm producing. Next up, Melissa McCarthy, the Emmy-winning comedian, stepping into the world of crime dramas, making a special cameo in last night's episode of Law & Order SVU.
I'm wondering if you've seen this man. He might have been in 2 days ago.
You know what I have seen?
What?
I've seen that you've got a spectacular set of baby browns.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you.
And those yams aren't bad either. Big money with sticks like that in this line of work.
Noted.
You know, I think.
Okay, I want to see the blooper reel from Mariska not
Getting
able to
questioned
handle
by
it. Yes.
Olivia Benson there. And when she showed up for the gig, apparently she pulled out all the stops to try and surprise Mariska on set. She rolled up in a full disguise, and you can see Mariska's reaction when she finally sees it's Melissa, giving her a big hug.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun to see comedians and
like when there's a
crime
cameo
dramas.
that you don't know about.
Or expect.
Hasn't been teased.
Yeah. Finally, Mumford & Sons, the rock band, sitting down with our buddy Willie Geist for this weekend's edition of Sunday Today. They are back after that 7-year hiatus that they took, and now they're coming back. They put out 2 albums in the last year alone, and here's what they told Willie about what's next.
I feel like we're just sort of starting to heat up the engines again, and I know we put 2 records out in the last year, but it does feel like there's a few more to come before we take our next break, I think.
You know, I can't really believe it. I can't believe it. Like, you know, last night was a great example. We were on our way back to our hotels and whatever, and texting each other, just being like, "This is such a privilege. This is like the best." You know, we just feel very lucky.
Sometimes it takes a little break to realize what you got. Glad they're back. They're an incredible group. You can check that conversation out, as always, on Sunday. Today, we'll be seeing them on our plaza, which we're excited for as we announce part of our City Summer Concert Series. They'll be here in July.
We got a heck of a lineup.
We got a great lineup.
Yep.
And it's not done completely.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
A couple more.
Thank you, Carson.
You're welcome.
We're back 8:35 with a pair of award-winning Hollywood heavyweights, Iowa Debris, Don Cheadle. Together, they're making their Broadway debuts in Proof, the first ever revival of the Tony and Pulitzer Prize-winning play about a young woman who puts her life on hold to care for her sick mathematician father.
In order for your friends to take you out, you generally have to have friends.
Oh.
It's funny how that works.
You have friends. What about that cute blonde, what was her name?
What?
She lives over on Ellis Avenue. You used to spend every minute together.
Cindy Jacobson?
Cindy Jacobson.
That was in 3rd grade, Dad.
Don, good morning. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, this is, you know, we've both enjoyed your work for years separately. Now you're working together. Broadway debut, Name and Lights. And, oh, by the way, it's produced by the Obamas. I think we've got a picture of 2 of the producers backstage after the opening night or the second night. There you all
just
are.
2 of our regular casual producers.
Just a couple of guys and girls.
What's the first week been like?
I would say really thrilling and really exciting, and I know why we're doing it. You know what I mean? It's something that the relationship between us and the play and the audience and bringing it back in this new way, it's just been really exciting, and we're just so glad to be doing it.
And you're both really busy, booked and busy all the time. What was it about this particular play for you, Io? You read the script and you're like, I have to do this.
Yeah, I read it in college, and it's just one of the great modern American plays, in my humble opinion. But rereading it now, older and, you know, just, I don't know, more, having a little more life, I was moved by how much resonated with me, and I wasn't thinking of it as like, oh, this is great, like a to B, and these are the. I was feeling the human people. I was feeling the humanity and the complexity of the work, and then. You know, when Tommy Kail, our director, and Mike Bosner, our producer, and I were just talking about all the people it could be, when that second surge of life started coming through. It was really exciting to me.
We like that Mike Boston around here too, especially. I want to read something here from Ebony Magazine. This is one review from Ebony Magazine. Quote, the play once served as a meditation on genius, doubt, and family, but with its first black leading cast on stage, it has a new meaning. What's the new meaning?
Well, I think some things are, the themes are universal, and grief, legacy, genius. But I do think with this lens, there's a different sort of attenuation on it a little bit, like what does legacy mean for us? What does success mean for us? How do we deal with mental health or not deal with mental health? So I think just these sort of tentpole themes are just skewed a little bit differently sometimes. And I think it's something I hope people want to come see and experience for themselves, because I know people who've seen all 3 versions and they're like, there's something very different about this.
It's been a while since you've done stage. And I read recently that you maybe didn't even want to get into this. Like, you didn't go to college to study this, but you would come to Broadway with your mom.
Yes.
And you would see shows.
Yeah, I love theater, and my parents are not particularly artistic. I don't think they'd be offended by that, but we just always really valued the arts, and me and my mom would take the Funghua bus, shout out if you know what that is, and we would literally take like the $15 bus, and we would stand in line, and we would try to rush shows and get tickets, and it just changed my life as a young person.
Good segue, too.
And that, I don't know, is just something that's very important to both Dawn and I, that idea of accessibility. And so we've been doing a lot of initiatives to try to make this play more accessible to people who might not, who love theater, but also people who might not think it's for them. Yeah. And one of them,
or too expensive,
may not be able to afford it. Exactly. Also, so it was. We have different programs, and Io knows them in particular, and can say all the initials. But what we're really trying to do is exactly that. Open the aperture up and get people into this theater so they can experience it in the different way that it's attenuated now, and have it be a life-changing experience for them as it was for us.
So we want to encourage folks to go online and check out some of those ways that they can come and not have to pay.
The Digital Rush, if you're a student, there are different programs. One of them is the TDF program. I'm looking at Mike Boxner. One of them is the TDF program. You can get tickets for, I believe, $22 for our
We'll put the information on our website.
And it's online, but also the Department of Education in New York has partnered with our show, and so 500 students and educators in New York can come and see the show, and hopefully it'll be more.
What I love about this is a new dynamic, and we didn't even know we needed. You have a daughter her age.
Yes, I do.
And which might explain why she has become quite the prankster, I hear, at the show.
Me? I'm innocent?
I've heard that if someone leaves their cell phone around...
What did you bring?
I think we have a picture.
No,
I think we have a picture of something that Io took. Do we have a picture?
I didn't give anyone anything.
We don't have a picture.
I didn't give anyone anything.
What about this bottle of dish detergent that you posted with his name on it?
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah.
What is that? What's going on?
I think Don is, he's a celebrated actor, obviously, but I think we can always give, our greats their flowers wherever they be. I see Don Cheadle everywhere, I see him in the stars. I see him in the soap. No, come on, for you.
Oh, these are my flowers?
Yeah, your flowers. Your
Before you go, what can you tell us about The Bear, season 5?
What can I tell you? It comes out in June, I can tell you. I'm still in it.
You think? Have you seen the final edit? We're not sure.
Harmony's just talking to a wall.
Okay.
And I'm excited for people to see it, is what I can tell you.
You could tell me more.
I could?
Yeah, but you're not going to.
Okay, fine. It's all a dream, right? So
you're gonna blow the whole thing? It's like sitting next to Mark Ruffalo up here.
Before we get out of here, Buddy Carson Daly from the award show.
My bestie.
Your bestie.
Yes.
When was that? Like 2 years ago?
That was maybe 2 years ago. That's the eternal homie.
He wanted to make sure that you got a
literally
a
was
proper
looking
welcome.
for you.
I love it.
Proper welcome.
She wins an Emmy sitting next to me, and she's so happy that she hands me her purse.
Oh yeah.
To which me and my wife have for like an hour. She's backstage.
So I'm backstage.
backstage. My parents were also there, but this was I don't think anybody thought I was gonna win. Let's be honest, that's okay to say. So they sat my parents away from me. They were nearby, and I was just
had
near
my eye on your
Carson and his wife, and I was like, please, my
We
belongings.
saw your phone and thought we'd leave you a little present.
I was really
And after the Dawn Show,
Yes.
dish soap, I knew you had a
It's
sense
in-
of humor.
yeah,
By the way, maybe I should go with you to the Tonys this year.
Oh, good luck, Sean.
All right.
Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see it. Thank you for being here. Thanks for waking up early. I know you guys have a brutal schedule over there. Don's going to come back in the third hour. You're going to go home, take a nap, I know.
Yes.
But another co-star, he's going to come back with another co-star, two-time Tony winner, Carrie Young. We should mention Proof playing at the Booth Theater until July 19th.
Wedding season is on its way, and if you are a couple considering what to register for or a guest wondering what to give, Good Housekeeping has you covered. The recent wedding registry survey is filled with surprising results. Lexi Sachs is executive director of the Good Housekeeping Institute. Lexi, so nice to have you.
Thank you.
It is wedding season. Tell me about this new survey. What did you find?
So we surveyed 1,300 Good Housekeeping readers, and the main thing was that flexibility is key. We wanted to reflect real life.
We always want to do that. Okay, question number one. Let's talk about these rules. The first rule, cash is king. Money is acceptable to give.
Yes, we asked people, is it okay to actually ask for money on the registry? And most said yes. 42% said you should really specify what it's going for. Maybe that's something on your honeymoon or a home fund. 31% said no, and 27% said yes, no matter what. So overwhelmingly, it is okay to ask for.
Yes, and gladly accepted. Okay, rule number two, registries are suggestions, not obligations.
Yeah, this was kind of surprising. 57% of people said small deviations are okay.
The key being small.
Small deviations, yes. And then 24% said totally fine to go off registry, and only 19% said you should always stick to that registry.
All right, that's interesting. All right, number three here. It is okay to factor in travel cost and attendance when it comes to buying a wedding gift. That seems right. If you have a very expensive destination wedding, you can't be expecting people to shell out a bunch of money, right?
Yeah, we asked any reason that may consider giving less. And so some of them are obvious, but really the travel costs are a big trend here. So if you have an expensive flight or hotel to get to the couple, or maybe it is a destination wedding, people are really thinking about that these days.
Or if you're just not even going.
Yeah,
It's
not
like
even
not
going.
attending, you don't get a gift. Okay, rule number four. Registries should reflect real life.
Yes, this is a big one. So we actually found that 70% of people who registered in the past 10 years were living together before they even registered. So they felt like they weren't starting from scratch. So 52% of people said they registered for money. Not a huge shock. 49% said upgrade. So maybe you had a coffee maker, but you wanted to register for a really nice espresso machine. And 19% cited hobby-based. So, for instance, someone was saying they got beach chairs because they knew that they would actually use it. It reflected their real life.
Yeah, and it reflected their hobbies. But if they're not going to use China, why are you registering for China?
We got a lot of people who saying they regretted registering for Fine China because they never used it.
They never use it. All right. Finally here, personalized gifts are welcome. That's always a good idea.
Yeah, so we asked people what their favorite wedding gift was, and they could have answered anything, and 18% of people cited something that was personalized to help them capture the moment of the wedding day. So we have a colleague of mine who loves flowers, and she got married a couple years ago. We had her bouquet preserved. We gave her this service here. You can see it here. This is Eva, and she loves flowers, and she said it was like a work of art. It was such a special keepsake, and really, if you know the couple well and you know what will resonate with them, that's your way to, give them their favorite gift.
That's a great idea. Lexi, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Carson, what's coming up?
All right, guys, from wedding season to grilling season, we're here with one of our favorites, Matt Abdu and company, and we're going to make some great food and talk about a great cause coming up. But first, this is Today on NBC. Yeah.
Totally different.
All good, though, guys. This morning, Today Food is happening. One of our absolute favorites, Matt Abdu, is here. He's chef and owner of Pig Beach. Got a couple different locations. If you find yourself in West Palm, eat there. If you're in Queens, it's a spot there. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, too. Yeah, I was saying, look, when you're here and you're cooking, we love your food and all that. But this time of the year, you come annually for the special event that you're doing at Pig Beach. Yep. Remind everybody who Jeff was.
So Jeff was our, he's my brother-in-law, my wife's twin brother. He was our opening executive chef and pitmaster of Pig Beach when we first started as a pop-up in Gowanus, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So he suddenly passed away in 2018, and his family started a foundation with his name attached to it. We generate scholarships for graduating students who share share his two passions, which are love and golf. Golf and cooking.
Right.
His two biggest passions.
Mine too.
And we also help families kind of manage loss and grief and do some connections.
And so this weekend you'll have a big thing at Pig Beach.
Yeah, so
and you
this
get all the
weekend,
pitmasters are
this
there.
weekend we have an amazing event. It's 30 of the country's best pitmasters coming in from all over the country, cooking up a taste, and it's all to honor and remember Jeff and do something really
Such a
special
good
for
cause.
the foundation.
All right, and we got the kids. Wait, come on in, kids. Who are the kids?
This is Jeff's daughter, Hazy. She's been on since the very beginning.
You've been here every year. You're getting so
this
tall.
is my daughter, Ava.
Okay,
my
pick
little
up Eva.
peanut.
Guys,
my
you're gonna
son
help us
Luke
cook,
and
all right?
my nephew Samuel.
Can everybody help cook?
First
Get
things
on the
first,
spices.
Samuel, you're going to dump in all the spices into this bowl with Mr. Daly.
We're going to do a pork chop. This is a double chop.
Double thick cut pork chop. It's pork. I love cooking with pork, guys. Cooking a pork is something that we all need to do. The biggest and most important thing is when you are cooking pork at home, 145 degrees. We don't want to cook it past that. People have been overcooking pork for way too long.
It was always 165, 170.
No, 145. It should be a little rosé in the middle, and it's totally safe to eat. So we're making our Pig Beach barbecue seasoning here in that bowl. We got some sugars, some spices, garlic, onion, a little oregano. We get this double thick cut pork chop.
How hard is it to get the center of this right because it's 2 inches thick?
It's actually easier to get the center when it's thicker, because when it's too thin, sometimes it has a tendency to overcook. But a good digital instant thermometer is what you guys want to have when you're cooking really anything on a grill. That way you'll know you're always going to hit the temps perfectly. So that pork chop that's this thick, I'd probably cook it to 143. It's going to carry up to 145, and that's exactly what we want to do.
Do you want to cook this in the oven first and get it right?
No, grill it. You can do on the grill the whole way. What I like to do is zone cooking, so that you set up one side of your grill to like high heat and the other side to low. So we'll get those good grill marks on the high heat zone, and then once we get those grill marks, we'll move it over to low heat, close the lid, and finish cooking it that way.
All right,
that way it won't overburn or overchar the outside of the steak. Next,
okay,
we got our slaw that's going to go with this dish. Cabbage. I'm told cabbage is having a moment.
Why? It's making a comeback.
It's trending in a way because I think it's affordable. It lasts forever in your fridge, and it's really versatile.
You can do a lot with cabbage for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I grew up having cabbage as a kid, but it was mostly because it was cheap, right?
Exactly.
Stuffed cabbage
Same
and that
here.
kind of stuff. So Carson's getting after it. I love it. So we're making a vinegar and bell pepper coleslaw. Exactly. A rough chop, shred, however you want to do. You guys, you can also buy the pre-shredded mixed stuff too. That's great.
You want to throw that stuff in there?
So in the bowl,
that's not for that. That's for that. Sorry.
In this bowl, we have a bunch of different vinegars and sugars and stuff. Hayes, can you get off that box, please? And we'll put Ava right there. So once we have that, that's gonna, all your vinegars and whatnot, we're gonna warm it up
so we can see your beautiful face.
Warms it. We're gonna pour it on. In this pot here, we have our peach and habanero glaze. Oh, no, baby.
I'm not buying that.
We have our
That is the look. That's what Siri looks at me every morning. It looks something like that.
We have our peach and pepper glaze in here. I do have to a quick note. This pork chop that you're eating did beat Bobby Flay on.
This is the dish.
This is the dish. Yeah.
Oh,
so hey, Bobby, how you doing, my pal?
Wow.
Yeah. Let me know if you want to rematch anytime. I'm ready to rumble.
Whoa.
But anyways, peach and habanero
Fighting
glaze.
words.
Never. I love you, chef. Peach and habanero glaze at the end, the last few minutes, so it doesn't burn. And then we're serving up with some
So will you
crispy onions.
butterfly this at the end because there's a
You could.
meat
You could
in
cut
there.
it in half, or you could just slice it down. Either way is perfect. Look at that. And then you see how nice and juicy the center of that pork chop looks. Like that's what you want pork to look like that. It shouldn't be overly dry and overly white. It should have that nice juiciness coming out of it. And when you pair the pork,
onion rings.
yeah, right? Aren't those fun?
How do you slice the pork?
Any way you want. Well, you want to always you want to slice against the grain. Typically, you got it. That's right there.
Yeah.
You'll know if it's with the grain if you see straight lines when you slice it. If it's against the grain, the cut will look more
Do you
marble.
ever do a thin slice of pork like you would steak, or you like to keep it a little on the thicker side?
No, it's really personal preference. Whatever you like. I think that's perfect because now you can take that and dip it in the glaze even more and have a bite of it.
Kids, great job. Cheers.
Pair it all together.
Here's
great.
to Jeff. Here's the event this
Jeff.
weekend.
We love and miss you.
People watching want to help. You can, well, I should read this here because, all right, today.com/food for the recipes. There you go. To learn more about the foundation, grab tickets for this weekend. Go to the website. It's all there. Thank you, guys. Thank you, kids. Have a good weekend.
Say thank you.
We're back after
Thanks, everybody.
Quick check your local news and weather.
I love that face.
Keep waving, guys.
Perfect. All right, there you go. Perfect.
Sam, we're not
Look at that.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.